Good morning and welcome back to 501c TV. I'm Jenell Harris, your host. This is the podcast that talks to system change leaders, thought change leaders, nonprofits, and nonprofit partners to find out what's new out there in the industry and hopefully get some takeaways on a nonprofit that maybe you haven't heard of before. We are so excited because you guys, we're wrapping up. This is our third season. So I believe this is the last episode of season 3. We could not have a more amazing guest than today, Meghan Buser.
Yes.
Hello, Meghan.
Hello. Thank you for having me
Absolutely.
on your season wrap-up.
I know. I'm
very
super
exciting.
This is very exciting.
Yes.
And Meghan is actually the community relations consultant for an organization here locally in Wellington in South Florida called Lights for Hope. And I'm really excited to talk to you about this today because when I first moved down here to Florida, I was very excited to bring this tradition to my family. And we'll talk about what it is, what the mission is, and how it got started. And there's actually like a special event that goes on the New Year's Day as well.
Correct.
Which I want to talk about. So we have a lot to talk about. So we're going to get started. Meghan, my bud, I love this lady. She is.
I love you.
You are all over,
like
all over the area here doing some amazing events. She promotes a lot of things here in our community. So why don't you maybe tell us what Lights for Hope is, how it got started, and how you got involved, maybe.
Absolutely. I'm so excited to be here. I'm really passionate to talk about Lights for Hope, so I really appreciate it. Lights for Hope is a nonprofit 501c3 organization that I represent, and I feel very passionate about them and what they do. They're a very small organization that started about 5 years ago, and so a lot of people don't know that they produced the 6-week holiday drive-through light show at Okeeheelee Park. And
so awesome.
I know, it's so much fun, and it grows every year. It's about 2.5 miles long. It can take anywhere from 15 to 25 minutes depending on how fast you drive through. And it's a great opportunity to be in the car with your family, get the kids in Christmas PJs, or bring the sports teams for holiday parties and things like that. And during COVID, when it really kicked off, it was the ideal event to have. So they produced the holiday light show at Okeeheelee Park, and their proceeds go back to their mission. Their mission is that they help local families that are coping with their child's terminal illness and or life-changing physical changes, such as kids that are now confined to wheelchairs from car accidents, which you know there's been several in the area, and then several kids that are suffering from some type of cancer. Most of the families that they help, their children are under the age of 10. We have reached a few older ones that have been in car accidents and things like that. So they literally dedicate their year-round, this very small organization, to giving back to these local families.
Which I think is really important because, Lights for Hope, just because it's a Christmas light display, it's not just a Christmas time thing. They are behind the scenes here locally all year long, giving back. So I think that's really important. How did this get started? Why did the family choose a Christmas light display?
So in a nutshell, it's kind of a long story, but I'll give it a little nutshell for you. So the family has 2 children, and when they were much younger, their son was sick, and they could not get to the bottom of why he was sick, and they were trying very hard to figure that out. The owner, one of the founders of the organization, he grew up around a lot of light fixtures that his dad helped build, and it brought him happiness. So the owner thought that he would do that as well, just start building a lot of light fixtures. It brought people in the neighborhood together at the holidays. It made his son happy during the time of being sick. And they basically parlayed that into, what can I do to give back to local families that are suffering from this? What can I do to bring happiness to my community? What can I do, because I really enjoy building these light shows, and turn it into a positive. So it kind of was formed, it was birthed from trying to make your son happy with the talent that they had that he grew up with, in a way to try to give back. So they bring the positivity to the community.
Yeah, they do.
And when we always say, when you visit the light show, you're actually giving back to these families too. So
it's awesome. I know we've gone like every season we go like multiple times because my kids are like, let's go back to the drive-through. And tell me, as far as like making a donation to get through the light show, is it per car, per person? How does that work?
It's per car, depending on your size of your car. And they are always running initiatives. Last year they partnered up with the Recycle a Shoe Project. You could bring shoes.
I remember that.
This year, I'm not sure, it's not pinpointed what they're going to help and support this year, but yeah, it's per car.
Okay, awesome. And where do they store all of these decorations?
Oh my gosh.
That's my logistical question. I'm like, where does all this stuff go?
Pods, lots of pods.
Okay.
Yes, lots of pods, and they take about 2.5 weeks to set up the show themselves. It's a very, very, very small team. Like I said, I really am passionate about this organization because there's so few of them that do so much. It's incredible to see the end product. And every year when they're setting up for that 2 weeks, there's inevitably some sort of hurricane that comes through.
Oh my gosh.
And
welcome to South Florida.
Yes, and it's just, my heart breaks every year, but they get it up and running in time.
Yeah,
and we have a very patient community for those first couple days too.
I love it. I love it. So, all right, tell me during the year, from what I could gather, at least on the website, there's a lot of partners that they work with in the community. So tell me about some of those partnerships, how they've really, for our other nonprofits that are out there, how impactful are those, and how important are they when you're especially a smaller nonprofit like
Absolutely. I mean, it's been when they were around for about 2 years before I came on board. And I came on board to help with their social media. Social media is such a huge marketing tool. I always say, if you're not on social media, you don't exist as big as you should.
Correct.
So we came out on social media about 3 years ago. And that really was a point for me to drive awareness to the partners. Most of our partners, as you know, with a nonprofit, they don't want the recognition.
Yeah.
They just want to support something. So we've been very fortunate with a few of our larger supporters, like Southern Septic has been a headline sponsor every year.
Awesome.
They truly believe in the mission. They give back. And in return, you get signage along the route. Depending on the size of your donation or partnership, you get multiple signage on the route, you get voiceovers along the route, and that's over to 30,000 people that will see you for 6 weeks. You get media mentions and things like that. So that's driven a lot of the partners to also come in and see that return. On top of that, last year we created a Christmas event for the families. We do it at the mall at Wellington Green in the District Community Studio. And that is a chance just for the families to come and be with each other one-on-one in a neutral environment, in a safe environment, not having to worry about money or entertaining your kids.
Just show up and have a good time.
Yeah, and have a good time. And the sponsors that we love and trust and that have trusted in our mission, we invite them to come too.
Awesome.
So unlike, there's so many nonprofits people can donate to. Some of the bigger ones, it's easy just to give money to, and then you just write it off and you move on. We invite our sponsors to feel where that money goes. Come and meet the kids. Come and make an ornament with them. You can see the gift giving that happens at that Christmas event, and you're like, wow, my money went to that. And I just get chills talking about it. I literally cried probably 5 times last year at the event. I just can't believe how resilient these children are and their families. So.
And that makes it, especially when it's right in your own community. It's like
it's local.
It is. And like these are our neighbors and our kids that our kids go to school with. So it's making me.
I know. It's
Meghan,
a lot.
Stop it. I only had one other podcast that I cried on, I think, in season 2.
I'm going to try harder.
Yeah, let's try to make a season 3 cry fest here. But anyway, I think that's amazing. So let's talk about ways to give. So if I wanted to sponsor, do you guys have sponsorship levels?
Yes.
Okay. So do they just come to you, Meghan, to talk about that?
Yeah. So if anybody's interested in sponsoring,
and we'll put your information up on here as well. Yeah.
They would just email me, and we have variety of levels. A lot of times, if you do the higher levels, is where you get the exposure on the route, and we'll talk about some of the events that they're going to do this year as well. And that goes to about 30,000 plus people that are out on the route that see your logo. And then there's sponsorships you can do for the Christmas event that we have coming up on December 10th, specific to the families, where you can come to the event, which a lot of people really like.
Yes.
And there's just a lot of different levels.
Okay, awesome. Is there anything that you guys are doing different than years past? Is there anything you're adding to it this year or anything different that you want to talk about?
Possibly. So 2 years ago, they started the Bike Through the Night, the lights.
Yes.
As you know. The date was on New Year's. It's still being solidified on that, but that's a really fun opportunity for people to take their bikes through the race.
Let's talk about this. Yes. It's super fun. Yes. It's cute. I'll let you describe what it is.
Okay. It's just bike through the lights. That's what it sounds. And it's really fun because people wear glow sticks and glow necklaces and glow bracelets, and it's not a race. It's a casual bike through the lights, and it's super fun for the families to do, especially after the Christmas kind of ends, and you're still wanting to keep that Christmas spirit alive, and you do the bike through the lights.
Like, I'm holding on to this,
not
letting
so
it
much
go.
Fun. I know, we love it.
I love that. That's so fun. Okay, so you've got that going on, and then what else during the year? Do you guys do any events or fundraising throughout the year that the community can be involved in?
Yeah. So, like I said, we do the Christmas event. Last year we did the Christmas in August event. We did August just because that was the date that worked.
Okay.
This year we're doing it December 10th. We're looking into possibly doing a 5K this year through the lights. We're just working out some logistics. That's a maybe. If it's not going to be this year, it will be in the future.
Awesome.
Lights for Hope has gotten involved in the Chamber of Commerce just to get their names out there. And then we have done last year, which I would love to do again this year, we did a Zumba for our cause at Mole. And Mole was so nice and to provide a margarita with the ticket price. Some proceeds went to Lights for Hope, and they danced in the parking lot. We had a really good time. So we've done Zumba events for a couple years in a row. I'm looking to do a fitness event at Retro Fitness this year that will go back to proceeds. We'll go back to Lights for Hope.
Awesome.
So, and we're going to be doing some spirit nights and things like that. And then we're also going to be doing the like a calendar give back of October. So if you follow us at Lights for Hope on Instagram and Facebook, it's called the Month of Give Back, and it's just a calendar, and you can decide which day you want to donate that amount of money. So if it's day 27, I say I donate $27, and it's just an easy way for people to give back that maybe don't have a lot to give back but want to give back something.
That's amazing.
And then people just looking for a charitable donation at the end of the year, they can do that as well.
I love that. So tell me what the dates are again.
Okay, so the dates are, it's the Friday after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And then it will go through January 8th.
Okay, awesome.
No, January 8th. Let me confirm those. Yes.
That's okay.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll put the dates up at the end. We'll flash those up. And it's only open. It's not open every day, just on the weekends.
So it'll be 6 weeks, Friday through Sunday.
Friday through Sunday.
And then the Sunday we close an hour earlier, so it's 6 to 10 on Friday and Saturday, and 6 to 9 on Sunday.
Awesome. Yeah, and you guys, if you haven't done this, like Meghan said, this is such an easy way. You create, a tradition with your family. It's so fun. Like you said, my kids, we get dressed up in pajamas. They want their hot chocolate in South Florida.
I know.
They need their hot chocolate.
It's a vibe.
And you hook into a radio, right?
Yes. So they have a radio station.
That's right. I couldn't remember if we played our own tunes or if we hooked in.
Yes. So. And a lot of the larger attractions throughout there are paired with the lights.
That's right.
So it's really kind of cool. Their oversized Christmas tree goes with the lights. And then their daughter, who's this young, sweet girl, she shout outs to our big sponsor throughout. So it's a really fun time.
Yeah, it's really cute. So you guys, if you haven't gone, go multiple times. And, like Meghan said, you're paying for your car to go through. It's just a great, easy, fun way to really give back and know that these are kids that you're helping right here in your community locally. So I always have a special place in my heart for like these small missions that just do so much in the background, and they do it for nothing else than
they really do
just to help.
They do it for nothing else than to help, and they literally, like I said, year round, they are providing gift cards and meals and gifts for their birthdays, and they drop off decorated Christmas trees to these families. Definitely cannot do it without their sponsors and contributors. So
I love this.
They really are grateful.
Is there any need for volunteers?
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about that, because I know a lot of people, they're always like, I want to be involved in some way, and it's a super... Trust me, my little 9-year-old would be like, let me do something.
I know.
This is up her wheelhouse. So what kind of volunteers are you looking for, and how can we help?
So they'll do a sign up for volunteers for the actual light show. So they need people out there with like the wands, directing people. So there's a lot of volunteer opportunities. Okay. I know the middle schools, for example, they can only volunteer through a nonprofit. High school's a little bit more lenient, so that's a really fun opportunity. Yeah. But if you are under the age of 15, you do have to have a parent present with you. It's dark and safety reasons. So there's a lot of opportunities for 6 weeks, 3 days in those 6 weeks. So 3 times 6, there's like 18 days that you have a lot of opportunity to come out and help. And sometimes we'll call upon more people to help with setup if you have certain mechanical or electric or I don't know, some big lifting things.
That would not be me.
Not my wheelhouse. I'm not really sure.
I could do the ones.
Yeah. But yeah, so we do have a lot of volunteer opportunities,
Good.
especially on bike night too. So again, we'll be posting all about that, and they are very grateful for the volunteers. Like I said, we can't do it without sponsors, contributors, and everybody who visits that light show is directly impacting their mission and giving back. I mean, what says holiday spirit rather than Christmas show and giving back to local families?
It's amazing, and like I said, I love these, especially missions that are going on right in our backyard. There's so many of them. We always talk about that with nonprofits, about how many nonprofits there are in Palm Beach County, but this one is like literally right in our backyard, and it's really something to see. If you haven't been, it's a great night out. So, Meghan, anything else you want to say and let people know before we sign off?
No, I mean, like I said, they're very grateful for the community that supports them. They cannot do it without, the old saying, it takes a village to support, and it really, truly has been amazing to have the village support them. They're looking to continue to grow. They're looking to continue to reach more. Unfortunately, they are reaching more due to, more kids just are being diagnosed. Yeah. And, it's been touching and moving to be a part of it, and they are looking for some more sponsors and partners to help join this mission. We offer a lot of exposure, we offer a lot of give back, and we offer a lot of opportunity for you to get involved with the families, not just donate, but get involved and meet these families and see where your contribution is going.
Amazing. And we're 5 years in already. I'm excited to see like how this grows and just watch them keep doing more good every year.
Absolutely. So Lights for Hope is
Lights for Hope. We'll put up the website. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for sure. And you'll see all of Meghan's updates as we get closer to the event. And we hope to see you out there in the Christmas line to see all the lights. So thanks, Meghan, so much.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for letting me talk about Lights for Hope. Awesome. I love Nonprofit Nest, and congratulations on your 3 seasons.
Thank you so much. Awesome. And tune in next time. We're wrapping up season 3 here, and we hope to see you next time on 501c TV. Thank you.